Oommen Chandy is an Indian politician and is the current Chief Minister of Kerala since May 2011. Previously he was Chief Minister from 2004 to 2006, and he was the leader of the opposition in the Kerala Legislative Assembly from 2006 to 2011. Early life: Oommen Chandy or Kunjunju was born to K.O. Chandy and Baby Chandy at Kumarakom, Kottayam district, Kerala. Oommen is another Nasrani name variant for the name Thomas, and Chandy means Alexander. Chandy ventured into the political arena as an activist of Kerala Students' Union, the student wing of the party. He was the unit president of KSU at St George High School, Puthupally, and went on to become the state president of the organisation. Chandy completed his college education from CMS College, Kottayam, SB College, Changanassery. Later, he took a bachelor's degree in law from Government Law College, Ernakulam. He is also a trade unionist and heads several INTUC-affiliated outfits. Political life: Chandy started his political career through the Kerala Students' Union, which he served as president from 1967 to 1969. He was elected as the president of the State Youth Congress in 1970. He is the 21st Chief Minister of Kerala at present. He has represented the Puthupally constituency for decades, having been elected to the Kerala Legislative Assembly in 1970, 1977, 1980, 1982, 1987, 1991, 1996, 2001, 2006 and 2011. During his legislative career he had also served as chairman of the Public Accounts Committee during 1996–98. Minister: Chandy sworn as a minister in Kerala for 4 times. He was the Minister for Labour from November 4, 1977 to April 25, 1977 in the first K. Karunakaran ministry and continued holding the same portfolio in the succeeding first A.K. Antony ministry till October 27, 1978. He was in the charge of Home portfolio in the second K. Karunakaran ministry from December 28, 1981 to March 17, 1982. Again, he was sworn in as a minister in the fourth K. Karunakaran ministry on July 2, 1991. He was in charge of Finance portfolio and resigned from the cabinet on June 22, 1994 due to difference with the Chief Minister. Minister in different ministries: Chief Minister 2004–2006. The results of the parliamentary elections in May 2004 saw the Indian National Congress not winning a single seat in Kerala. The sitting Chief Minister, A.K. Antony, was forced to resign and accept responsibility for the poor results. On August 30, 2004, Oommen was elected the Congress Legislature Party leader at the end of a meeting by AICC observers and clearance by the Congress President, Sonia Gandhi. In what may be seen as a reflection of his work as Chief Minister, the Congress-led alliance was defeated, but managed to retain 40 out of 140 seats in the Assembly and boost its vote share by nearly 10% after the general election rout. He resigned as Chief Minister on May 12, 2006 following the defeat of his party in 2006 Assembly elections. Leader of Opposition: Oommen Chandy was the leader of opposition in the 12th Kerala Legislative Assembly. Under his leadership UDF marked victories in Lok Sabha election 2009, gaining 16 out of 20 parliament constituencies in Kerala and local body election 2010. In the history of Kerala politics it's the first time that the UDF got an upper hand in local body elections. Leader of Congress Parliamentary Party: after winning the closely contested 2011 Assembly election, Congress Legislative Party unanimously elected Oommen Chandy as its leader. At the Congress Legislature Party meeting, Mr. Chandy's name was proposed by Kerala Pradesh Congress Committee President Ramesh Chennithala and seconded by Ariadan Muhammad. The election process was formally launched after Congress Working Committee member Mosina Kide and AICC General Secretary Madhusudan Mistry, who is in charge of Kerala, held a one-to-one meeting in their capacity as observers with the 38 elected MLAs. Second term as Chief Minister, UDF led by Oommen Chandy secured a slender margin in Assembly election which held on April 13, 2011. UDF candidates won in 72 seats against 68 seats of LDF. He took the oath on May 18, 2011 with 6 other ministers of his cabinet. Later 13 other ministers were also inducted into his cabinet. He gave up vigilance portfolio in early August 2011, after a fresh probe was ordered on the palm oil case. Though UDF came to power with a wafer-thin majority, his 100 Days programs announced propelled the state fast forward. 107 programs were announced as part of the 100 Days program of the government. Out of this the government could accomplish a whopping figure of 101, leaving just 6 of the programs unfinished. This really gave a boost to the governance. The policies adopted by Oommen Chandy helped to bridge the gap between people and officials. UNDP appreciated Oommen Chandy for the range of innovative practices in democratic governance, initiated by the government of Kerala in strengthening people's access and participation in human development and governance. They were impressed by the innovative approach to ensure transparency and accountability in governance, particularly the to web stream the entire functioning of KMA unregistered trademark office. The Mass Contact Programme, in many ways, is the first of its kind to ensure the right to direct access to leaders and senior civil servants of the government. Oommen Chandy left the post of Home Ministry on April 13, 2012 and Thiruvancho Radhakrishnan took charge of the post. Aid for endosulfan victims. The UDF government had increased the aid from Rs 50,000 to Rs 1 lakh. As many as 176 victims who had been given Rs 50,000 earlier were given an additional Rs 50,000 on Monday. The remaining families in the list of 486 victims were distributed Rs 1 lakh each. Enforcing transparency. In an attempt to enforce transparency, 24x7 live webcast streaming of Chief Minister's office and meeting chambers started on July 1, 2011. This is streamed on the official website of the Chief Minister of Kerala. Teachers Package. A package was introduced for the teachers of aided schools of Kerala. It helped teachers who lost their job in schools that had no or less number of students. The package transferred jobless teachers into other schools. The procedures of Teachers Bank were done online. The Teachers Bank came effective from the academic year 2011-12. Palmoline import scam. The allegation of Palmoline import scam occurred during the year 1991-92 in the Kerala state when K. Karunakaran was the chief minister of the state and the ruling party was United Democratic Front. During this time Oommen Chandy was the finance minister of the state and was responsible for financial accounts of the state of Kerala. This scam allegedly caused a loss of Rs 2.32 crore to the state. The case, once closed after the death of K. Karunakaran in December 2010, was reopened in March 2011 during the election period of 2011. However, this did not affect the election results to a great extent. The court stated that Oommen Chandy had approved of the import of Palmoline through Power and Energy Limited by paying 15% service charge, and it was evident from his signature in the note. However, the court has not been able to show any direct involvement of Oommen Chandy in the scam. Aiding to the investigation of the case in 2011, when the case was reopened, Oommen Chandy, the then Chief Minister, had agreed to step down from the office of Chief Minister of Kerala in 2011, and face the case legally and morally. But on the advice on Congress Core Committee, Oommen Chandy continues to stay incumbent. To provide more trust and transparency to the investigation, Oommen Chandy gave up the portfolio of Vigilance and Anti-Corruption. The Vigilance Court asked the Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Bureau to submit its investigation report of the Palmoline case by November 10, 2011. The Vigilance and Anti-Corruption Bureau gave a clean chit to Kerala Chief Minister Oommen Chandy on January 7, 2012. The Vigilance team submitted its further probe report in the Palmoline import case, saying there was no evidence to arraign Chief Minister Oommen Chandy as an accused. The facts, evidences and circumstances of the case in the probe showed Oommen Chandy had not committed any illegal acts or omissions as the then finance minister, the report said. The VACB report said Oommen Chandy was not part of the conspiracy which caused the state exchequer a loss of Rs 2.32 crore. He had not acted in a manner to ensure undue monetary advantage for the private firm involved in the import. Awards and honors. Oommen Chandy received the 2013 United Nations Public Service Award from the Asia-Pacific region, for the category Preventing and Combating Corruption in the Public Service. The award was presented on June 27, 2013, in Manama, Bahrain, by the UN Under-Secretary-General for Economic and Social Affairs, Wu Hongbo. The award was based on the theme Transformative E-Government and Innovation, Creating a Better Future for All. Ganesh Yamunai controversy. He again became the center of attention with the issues regarding the marital problems of Ganesh Kumar, who was the forest minister in Chandy's cabinet. Opposition parties condemned the nature of Oommen Chandy as callous and demanded his resignation for allegedly refusing to accept a letter of complaint from Dr. Yamunai Thangchi, whose husband Mr. Ganesh Kumar had assaulted her brutally under the circumstances of an extramarital affair that Mr. Ganesh Kumar was alleged to have. It was widely believed that the alleged refusal of Mr. Oommen Chandy to accept a letter of complaint from Dr. Yamunai was to defuse the crisis involving a member in his cabinet and further avoid any embarrassment for his government, which had just to raise a thin majority in the Legislative Assembly, since accepting a letter of complaint would mean that further actions would be mandated from the Chief Minister, such as ordering a criminal investigation under the Indian Penal Code. It was strongly believed by his rivals that Mr. Oommen Chandy had violated the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005 by not taking up this matter to law enforcement authorities in the very first encounter that Dr. Yamunai had with Mr. Oommen Chandy, but instead Mr. Oommen Chandy tried to defuse it by asking more time to mediate this matter by negotiation, as reported by Dr. Yamunai Thornkechi. See also, Chief Ministers of Kerala, Kerala Ministers, Palmoline oil import scam, references. External links: the official website of Kerala Chief Minister, the official Facebook page of Oommen Chandy.